Hi there, Christine Faulkner with Cava Faulkner, Elk Grove Living Trust Lawyer, Sacramento Will Lawyer. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of The Daily with Christine. And today we're going to talk about fear, doubt, and worry. These are things that many folks, these words come to mind when people even contemplate the word lawyer, or you think about working with an attorney. You just get those icky feelings inside and you wonder, what's it going to be like? You have doubts about whether you will understand what's going on. You have doubts about whether the attorney or the lawyer that you're going to work with is going to be honest with you. You might have doubts that you're going to be able to kind of follow along and really understand what it is about the law that is required. And you may feel actually like you're afraid of confrontation, and you might actually have some type of confrontational issues dealing with a lawyer, because let's be honest, when people think of lawyers, they think of, lawyers doing battle, fighting in court, being nasty and obnoxious and playing dirty tricks on people to win. So if you have been thinking you need to do some type of planning, but these are the thoughts, fear, doubt, and worry about what to expect, then this video is for you. So as a prior litigator, I can tell you that worrying about confrontation is definitely warranted when it comes to, how people generally think about lawyers. What I can say as a prior litigator is that, going to court and representing somebody and really advocating on their behalf against an opponent does require intestinal fortitude, and you do kind of have to put your battle armor on. But the great thing about working with an estate planning lawyer is that they're not doing battle for you in the conventional way or sense that you might think, but they're actually, partnering with you. They're partnering to guide you and to educate you about what you need, and to really collaborate with you to create the kind of planning that will best fit you and your family, depending on your assets and what your situation is. So the good news is that, estate planning attorneys are really meant to help be a guide. And at Cava Faulkner, this is something that we really is one of the cornerstones of how we work with clients. First and foremost always comes education. We always want our clients to get some education about their situation so that they can understand and make really informed choices. And we're big believers in education and understanding, speaking, not in legal mumbo jumbo, but in really just, plain English, to make it easy for people to understand exactly what we're educating about, what we're talking about, so that they can make really great and solid decisions when it comes to their planning and partnering. So yes, I understand your concern, but I want to say I really hope that I can allay those fears, that you'll deal with confrontation with your own attorney, because they're there really to partner with you, not do battle with you. And if you get that sense from your estate planning lawyer, probably time to maybe look for someone else who you feel better about. I had a call recently with a prospective client who told me that she had worked with couple different lawyers and felt that they really did not treat her very nicely, that they were rather arrogant. And so clearly that's another red flag if you feel like the person you're dealing with is coming from that perspective, and your gut instinct tells you it doesn't feel right, then I would definitely say maybe time to look to work with somebody else. So there's those who are concerned or doubt that they can trust the person that they're going to work with. And yes, lawyers have generally not the best reputation. And that's, I want to say truly, in my experience after practicing for almost 30 years, yes, there are a few bad apples, but mostly lawyers are honest and hardworking. And I think that it's always good to try to find the person that you feel inside you know that I'm a big believer in gut instinct, that your gut tells you based upon your life experience after you've spent some time with this person that they're the right attorney for you. And one of the other cornerstones of our practice is spending a lot of time with people, so they do get a chance to assess us, you know, get a chance to really get a feel for us and give us a test drive, as they say. You can't really do that in a 15-minute free consultation, but in a 2-hour family wealth planning session, it does really give folks an opportunity to get a feel for what we're all about, how we do business, and how we treat clients. So, yeah, I would like to say that, you know, worrying about whether you can trust someone does take a little bit of time. But I definitely think it's well worth your going again with your gut about how you feel working with the right attorney. And, you know, worrying about how hard this is going to be, I definitely want to say that it does seem daunting. You know, it seems like a black hole, like the abyss. There's so many unknowns. And I know that that can be very fearful for people it can make them freeze in their tracks, right? Not want to move forward and take action because there's so many unknowns. And like I said, at Cava Faulkner, we spend a lot of time with you in the beginning, kind of unpacking everything piece by piece. And we try to segregate different subjects to make it easy for you so that you can understand what it is that we're talking about and why certain kinds of planning may be important for you and your family. And I want to say this, we have a system in place to work with clients, and it is a system. We try to do our work the same way. We do this with every client, so we know the system backwards and forwards. And what that translates into for you is making it as easy as possible to keep you informed, clear on what's coming next, you know, setting expectations and very clear about what the process is so that you know what you're responsible for in this process, what we're going to be doing for you, and when we're going to be coming together to go over your planning, and just exactly when the whole process starts and ends. So we've tried to make it very clear. Again, try very hard to communicate well and set expectations well, so nobody's ever surprised, because there's nothing worse than a surprise, finding out that this is going to take longer than you thought, or it's actually more complicated than you thought. We break it down to the lowest common denominator, and we make things as easy as possible for you through the planning process, through both education and communication. Prompt communication, I think, makes a relationship work really well, because nobody's sitting around waiting for information. So just a little couple of talking points about fear, doubt, and worry when it comes to deciding to work with a lawyer and which lawyer you should work with. A couple of things to think about, and maybe those will give you some talking points to vet an attorney if you're reaching out to make an appointment. So for those of you who know that you need to do something with respect to estate planning, or you just want to get educated, please reach out to us. We are here to help. And like I said, one of the cornerstones of my practice is to educate people first and foremost, so that they can make really good decisions. Whether or not they choose to work with us, they have an opportunity to get that education at no cost, other than, you know, scheduling an appointment with us. And if you're interested in that, then we would love to talk to you. Yeah, so I know that we can powerfully help you move forward if you feel stuck. That's what we're here for, me and my team. So please let us know how we can help you. Thanks so much for tuning in to The Daily with Christine, and we'll see you next time. Bye.